the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, they've been a different team than the one we saw last season, and not for the better. They're currently 7th in the conference, quite a dip from where they were a year ago. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Oh, okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you.
I
I understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off, coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And now, the starting lineup. Starting at small forward, standing 6'8", number 42, Lance Thomas. The other forward position, at 6'9", number 32, Noah Vonleh. Starting at point, at 6'6", number 11, Frank Ntilikina. At the other guard position, standing 6'5", number 5, Courtney Lee. At the center position, standing 6'11", number 00, Enes Kanter. A head coach for your team. Ladies and gentlemen, your New York Knicks.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. We've got the Brooklyn Nets facing the New York Knicks. And, of course, they're looking forward to the return of Jim Hardaway.
Kevin, yeah, he got injured a few games ago, and it has been tough without him.
These teams always seem, Doris, to be in each other's way. And how different is the atmosphere in a rivalry game like this one?
Yeah, Kev, we sense it on the sideline, don't we?
We do, yes.
You know, a little bit of an air of dislike, a growing discontent that you're constantly in each other's way. Rivalries are built when teams consistently meet when there is something on the line. And that is what has happened with these two. And I'll tell you, we get to sit back and enjoy it, Kevin.
When you played, Doris, were those the most fun games for you as a player?
No doubt. No doubt you wanted to beat that team that was always standing in your way. So then in the summertime, you had a little bragging right.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Allen is out there with Kenneth Faried. And it's Carroll in at small forward. And it's Carroll with the ball for Brooklyn. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Look, Greg, they simply didn't bring it. And that's one of those losses that you just have to throw away and forget about.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Ntilikina kicks to Lee. Offensive rebound. Here's Kanter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I'll tell you, Kanter's jump shot is very consistent. The defense has got to respect it, which is why that pump fake becomes effective.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands and the strength to create space.
First free throw is good. And you talk about Kanter's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long we may see him add a three-point shot to his repertoire.
Good on both.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
Here's LeVert. Sweet little floater. LeVert's got his first basket of the night.
That 6'7", Karis LeVert knows how to use that size, especially inside. He knows how to handle himself in there.
Pass to Vonleh to the paint. Here's Kanter. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Here's LeVert. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Russell high post. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nets with possession here. And Fareed kicks to Allen. 5 on the clock. Russell. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
An aggressive pick-and-roll player is D'Angelo Russell, and you can see he's just starting to figure it all out, guys.
Here's Ntilikina. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. Puts it up from 12. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Carroll with the three. No good that time. And New York will come the other way.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And he makes that one.
Well, you love that Courtney Lee, a tremendous shooter, is willing to give it up when he sees a guy open. That's good stuff.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with Coach David Fizdale. They've had a difficult time in this matchup. They've lost both games so far this season. I asked him how he thought they could turn around. He said, we have to improve our defensive intensity, quicken our rotations. We can make things tough around the rim with our shot blockers, but we also have to close out on the perimeter. We'll see if they can flip the script tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Not too surprising that he wants to see him sharp at the defensive end right from the opening tip.
And, you know, they have the ability to control a game with their D, but they have to be aggressive and send that message right away.
I do believe, Greg, this team has an intimidation factor working in their favor because of the level of defense that they play. And if the stops start adding up in the first half, that factor starts to weigh on the opponent's mind.
Here's LeVert. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Allen. And the shot falls short this time. For New York, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Pass to Ntilikina. Three-pointer on the way. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Taking a look at Brooklyn. Right now they're in 7th in the conference, looking to build on their record. And of course there's the Knicks, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And right now for Brooklyn, what a nice turnaround this season has been for them compared to just a year ago. They couldn't afford to suffer through another campaign like that.
They did a very good job putting that in the rear view and moving forward this season. They still have a long way to go to be considered a top team, but they've definitely made progress.
Here's Russell. It's deflected. Lee outside. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Lee's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, just another tool in his ever-expanding arsenal. Courtney Lee gains separation on the pull-up.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Well, we're about halfway through the season outdoors. It's no longer new. The playoffs are still a ways away. Seems like a time when players can start to lose focus.
No doubt, Kevin. You have that sense that maybe the All-Star break is coming or going, and you still have that fight you've got to get through, the February, March doldrums. But this is why coaches always talk about, let's play in the moment. Let's not worry about the results, what you can do every day, each moment. When you can do those kinds of things and just lock in on small tasks, then you've got a team that can contend.
Good coaches always seem to steer their teams in the right direction at this time of the year. Cantor kicks to Lee. Clock at 6. Here's Cantor. Out to Lee. The 3. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Carroll dishes to Russell. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former number 2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
And last season, Russell had to fight for minutes upon returning from injury.
Yeah, and battles like that help mature a player and really keep them focused. Those are areas where Russell had struggled in the past. I think he and his coach both know it's not easy, but it has already started in making Russell the best player he can be.
Wadley's shot is good.
I'll tell you, that's aggressive passing, threading it down low and setting up the bucket inside. Really nice.
Russell finds Allen. Back to Russell. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Russell's got 9.
Okay, D'Angelo Russell mixing in a little interior work, not bashful.
Ntilikina passes to Lee. Free throw line jump shot. There's the dish to Cantor. Passes it to Ntilikina. From deep. The rebound by the Nets.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Russell. Allen kicks to Russell. There's the pass to Fareed. The Nets working the ball around now. The second chance effort. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Noah Vonleh.
Yeah, the call goes Carroll's way thanks to the effort he puts in. He doesn't back away from the contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And that one falls for Carroll. And along with the resurgence Carroll had last season, in large part due, I think, Greg, to finally feeling healthy.
Yeah, and Carroll is quick to tell you just how hard it was for him to regain form after that knee injury. Coming back is something that each player experiences kind of in their own way. Great presence, though, on and off the floor, and really a natural leader.
Carroll hits them both.
Well, I think you think of the Brooklyn Nets, and though there isn't a ton of wins, I do think you see this team moving in the right direction. Yes, they only had 28 wins, finished 12th overall, but the reality is, on a night-by-night basis, this team gives great effort in the face of adversity.
Now, here's Vonleh. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston. Here's Azania. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 4. And the Nets' win total last year impressive given the injuries.
Well, Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell's injuries obviously made things difficult, Kevin. But despite it all, the Nets were more competitive than they've been the last few seasons. To me, this is an organization that has some things it can build on.
There's Baker. Robinson finds Burke. Pass to Baker. Vonleh with it. He's guarded by Russell. The shot by Vonleh no good.
The fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Drills it from outside.
Russell is continuing to develop that deep perimeter shot. He's got to continue to be a factor from there.
And here's Vonleh after D'Angelo Russell hitting the three. Vonleh kicks to Robinson. Dishes it to Burke. Will it go? And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Vonleh. He's averaging 6 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
Dinwiddie's shot is off.
The defense lost him there, and he should have made him pay.
Burke looking over the floor. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
One big problem for the Knicks last season, Doris, the offense was okay, but the defense let them down.
Right, and the one area that was a strength was shot blocking. But a good defense requires far more than that. It requires quickness. It requires on-point rotations. Their defensive rating ended up being in the bottom 10 last year, Kevin.
We've seen a few true marksmen enter the league lately, Doris, which may someday be in the conversation of best shooter in the league. Any names come to mind?
Wow, this is a great one to try to, forecast into the future. Certainly you think of a guy out in Phoenix by the name of Devin Booker, an explosive scorer, can do it in a lot of different ways, but when he starts to cook from beyond the arc, boy, it is really something special to watch. Lauri Markkanen in Chicago, as that team continues to try to rebuild and reload, he becomes even more dangerous if they can put some talent around him. Those are just two names. Jason Tatum proved that he was probably a better shooter from deep than people thought.
Knicks trail by 6. There's Baker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And there's the foul. He'll go on Shabazz Napier. That's his first foul. So it's the Knicks now. Pass to Burke. 5 to shoot. Some nice passing by New York here. And Azania gets it to go.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Nets leading by 3. Now here's Napier. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
Emmanuel Mudiay's checked in for the Knicks.
Let's remember, DeMarre Carroll has been around a long time in the NBA. This guy is a tough defender, and his offense had taken a step back the last few seasons, but last year took on a much greater role and was a big-time locker room presence.
Here's Baker. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Dinwiddie. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I'll tell you, that's just great body control, even when he's getting bodied up. Nicely done, Spencer Dinwiddie.
And with Carroll, he gives you what most teams want with his defense and Doris' versatility.
Right, very strong 3-and-D type player. He is a little bit limited elsewhere offensively, but he's a veteran presence who will affect the box score. Well, think about it, guys. Last year, Spencer Dinwiddie, a little bit of a breakout year, right? Stepped in for the injured D'Angelo Russell and helped the Nets stay competitive, proving to be a big-time scorer.
Lasagna, the pass to Vonleh. Shoots over Carroll, and the shot is long.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Hezonja defending. Hollis Jefferson, good. And Doris Dinwiddie's so good at finding a play to make, even when it seems he has nowhere to go.
Well, that quick first step opens up space to get into the passing lanes. This guy makes a lot of jump passes, but seems to get away with it.
Here's Moutier. After the basket by Brooklyn, it's Vonleh atop the key. A floater, he lays it in. Lasagna's got his second basket of the night.
And you can bet they weren't expecting that kind of a flashy move out of him, but that spin worked to perfection.
Here's Napier. Again, the Nets for two.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Baker kicks to Moutier. Back to Baker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. For New York, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Well, you just have to admire the job that this Nets front office has done to improve the roster.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, they have taken on bad contracts in an attempt to gather assets. They have found talents like Spencer Dinwiddie who were passed up by other teams. So even though they didn't have a ton to work with, the team has kept pace with their improvement.
Moutier with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Fast break, here we go. Dinwiddie dishes to Davis. It's Carroll on the wing. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists now in this one.
And from the opening tip, they have been in.
Look at that shot!
Oh, my goodness.
How did that go in?
Where does he pull that from?
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. It's the Nets leading by 10. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Enes Kanter traded to the Knicks in 2017. Said he was thrilled to go and play in New York.
Man, it's just like dream come true. I'm going to New York. Because like for every player, man, you just want to come to New York. It's a big city, a lot of people, crazy fans. And I mean, of course, the most famous arena in the world. And I was definitely so happy.
That's a great place to play, the Mecca.
And they're hungry for a winner. I think Kanter's willingness to mix it up and challenge opposing teams has endeared him to the fans.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
I think their play calling has been exceptional. They've played with purpose and they've played with aggressiveness.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And New York looking at who they've got. We've got Baker. Hezonja's out there with Vonleh. Then it's Robinson, and it's Moutier in at the 1 spot. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Knicks. And a change for the Nets. Allen's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. Knicks trail by 7. Baker kicks to Robinson. He dishes it to Moutier. New York moving the ball around. Drains the three-pointer.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Passes it to Davis. And Ron Baker gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Guys, that's number 2 on him, and they do not need him to sit right away, but one more foul before the half, and he'll be headed to the bench.
Thomas checked in for Robinson. Allen finds Napier. Down low, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Hollis Jefferson exceptional at slashing to the cup, cutting hard after setting the screen. Nice.
And the pass to Canner. To the middle, and Canner throws it down.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
And the basket by Napier. Napier's got his second basket of the night. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for New York. 6-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And that can happen on the road. You can get a little bit tight, and often it really shows itself at the free throw line.
It certainly appeared that they let the crowd get to them a little bit. Looked like they were rushing their foul shots, and that can happen. You've got to lock in.
Napier passes to Hollis Jefferson. Now here's Napier, defended by Moutier. Floats one up. He can't get it to go. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
It really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
You know, sometimes it's about gang rebounding, making sure everyone's in on the responsibility to board it. Let's see if it's more of a group effort tonight. Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Here's Napier. Here's Dinwiddie. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, you think about the Brooklyn Nets and Kenny Atkinson having a tough task of rebuilding this organization. It is still feeling the effects of the trade that stripped them of so many picks. But give Kenny credit for embracing the challenge and knowing there's a long road ahead.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. There's Azania. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And with Atkinson in the nets, he said it feels like the team is a startup.
Right. Atkinson has taken a more hands-on approach with the team. He works out with the group. He does weightlifting with them. He wants to build the idea that the team is striving towards something together.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Commissioner Adam Silver recently said there's nothing magical about 82 games. Doris, what do you read into that?
I read nothing more than the leadership that Adam Silver is about, and seems to me that the NBA is one of the most proactive professional sports leagues in the world. And by that I mean, Kevin, they will evaluate every aspect of their business. If they believe it's advantageous to make change, then they will go to their competition committee, they will go to their ownership committees, and they will make whatever change they believe is for the ultimate good of the game. And that's exactly what you'd hope for.
Personally, 82 games, in your opinion, what do you think?
You know what, Kevin, it can be a little bit of a grind, but there is money at stake, and obviously that's a difficult thing for owners to come up and over. The players would have to want to give some money back. So listen, 82 games is long, but what happens, I don't know.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
And Allen with the block. One-on-one here. Wide open look. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Back to Moutier. Outside Thomas. Lock at 6. Cantor against Allen. And he gets the bucket. Cantor's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you have to admire Cantor's awareness of the shot clock. That thing was dwindling quickly.
Napier feeling it out a bit. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Knicks trail by 6. Now, Moutier, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Lee kicks to Cantor. Back to Lee. Fires the 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. High arcing shot. A rebound by Hazanya. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. It's stolen. LeVert the pass to Fareed. Out to Russell. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Fareed. Pass to Russell. 4 on the shot clock. Allen right side. Shoots over Cantor. Excellent D from Cantor.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
Here's Thomas, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, this guy known for terrific shot selection. Thomas getting that one to go from high percentage range. Lance Thomas comes out of high school, a 5-star recruit, goes to Duke. How about undrafted out of that big-time program in 2010? But I love it, guys.
Shot.
Goes to the development league, doesn't give up.
Frank Ntilikina is checked in for New York. Burke comes in for Emmanuel Moutier. That free throw good from Thomas. You're talking about Thomas. Truth is, to play at all in the NBA is a success.
Right. It's a very tough league. Most guys have at least one specialty. For Thomas, it's more about, okay, I can do a lot of little things well, and you've proven with good effort and good attitude, doors will open.
Russell finds Allen. Excellent D from Cantor.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Burke.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now here's Napier. He's guarded closely. Pass to Russell for the 3. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Well, to me, this is where D'Angelo Russell distinguishes himself. He understands that when he can score it, he's going to be aggressive.
Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 5 assists tonight.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Cantor passes to Ntilikina. Kicks it to Lee. Now the pass to Burke. To the paint. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Cantor.
Well, there's a confident nature to Enes Kanter on the offensive end. He trusts his ability to shoot the basketball.
Napier passes to Fareed. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Fareed's got his first points of the night. Burke kicks to Lee. Pass to Cantor. Right side, Thomas. Buries it down low. Thomas got 5 points in the quarter.
What a difference in the second quarter. His shooting, much more confidence, much more accuracy.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Russell finds Allen. Back to Russell. Allen outside. Now here's Napier. Burke covering. And it's Russell missing. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. No good from Lee.
Boy, he hasn't given them much of anything tonight. He's got to look for his own shot a little less and keep the ball moving.
Napier kicks to Russell. Pass to Fareed. Here's LeVert. Down low. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Passes it to Ntilikina. Back to Burke. From 13, Brooklyn with the rebound. Russell looking it over. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. And it's an 8-point Nets lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. And there's the pass to Ntilikina. From 13, here's Cantor. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Cantor's got 8 points in the quarter.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Timeout called the Nets. Well, Enes Kanter, when we talk about rebounds per minute, Doris, he's generally very high on that list.
Well, Kev, he's got the size and he's got the strength. But what I really love about him is there's this willingness to mix it up. This is a very physical player.
So for the Knicks, Robinson's checked in for Enes Kanter. Noah Vonleh comes in for Thomas. And it's Ron Baker in for Lee. Russell, no luck.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg, especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Dinwiddie passes to Davis. 52 seconds left now here in the second. Outside, Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
D'Angelo Russell rises up and drops the hammer.
Knicks trail by 6.
And this is obviously where you'd like to see a 2-for-1.
Absolutely. You have to execute. No reason why they can't get a couple of chances at scores.
Baker with the bucket.
Well, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Yep, it counts. 23 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Now, here's Burke. He's guarded by Russell. It's picked off. Here's Dinwiddie. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now it's an 8-point Nets lead.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Boy, what great speed he's got, Greg. Just phenomenal work getting all the way to the cup in transition.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Nets lead by 8. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hello to the people, Shaq.
Hola.
Kenny's here.
Ni hao.
And we're analyzing the first half of action. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. Their biggest lead of the opening period during a very exciting run was all the way up to 13 points. After a solid quarter of play, they held a 10-point lead. Momentum shifted slightly in the second quarter, causing them to lose some traction, but they still ended the half up by 8. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
And Kenny, your take on New York.
Their three-point shooters struggle to get into a rhythm. It's a mental thing. You start clanking them, and your teammates start. It's contagious. Now, percentage-wise, shooting in the low 30s, it's not horrific, but it's not great. And they have to improve their accuracy from deep in the second half, or they're going to have a hard time coming back.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
Welcome back to New York City with all its buses and cars, cabs, people, all the hustle and bustle. This is truly the city that never sleeps. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And through the first two periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
You know, my favorite thing, Greg, I think he showed no fear in attacking the defense. He got on the interior with ease.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Knicks trail by 8, setting the floor for the Nets. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Kenneth Faried is out there with Allen, and it's Russell in at the point. Cantor kicks to Ntilikina. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Ntilikina's got the first bucket of the third here for the Knicks.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
LeVert the pass to Allen. Here's LeVert, covered by Lee, and out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for New York.
And it's been pretty even between the bigs and smalls here. With the game still in question, we'll see which of these guys can take another step to take over the game.
Pass to Vonleh, outside Thomas. Allen against Cantor. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Outside Russell. That's tipped.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Ntilikina kicks to Vonleh. Puts it up from 7, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Brooklyn. The Knicks have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Well, to me, guys, you've got to know who you are. And Enes Kanter has a great sense of what he does well. Excellent low post game, superb rebounder, understands how to use his body. I love this guy.
And Cantor drops them both.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, you think about the New York Knicks last season and any number of challenges they faced. Jarrett Jack was probably the closest thing they had to a legit playmaker in the NBA. Here's a guy who led his team with 5.5 assists per game.
Here's Lee. It's deflected.
Well, that's about the long reach of Karis LeVert on the defensive end, swatting away an opportunity.
Boy, what a cold start to the second half for them. Just 1 for 4 from the field so far.
Here's Russell. Banked in off the glass. Russell's got 25 points in the game. And Doris talking about the Knicks. Even without a dedicated playmaker, they were still above league average in the assist category.
Well, they show you that you can conquer that metric with shared responsibility. And that certainly works if you're moving the basketball well. But you also, I think, need that one guy who, when everything else breaks down, can make a play for himself or for a teammate.
And last season, LeBron said that the Knicks made a mistake passing on Dennis Smith Jr. in the draft. Of course, they took Frank Ntilikina out of France.
Yeah, a little shade thrown Ntilikina's way last season. Of course, he's one of the youngest players in that draft, and so plenty of time for this young man to fulfill his potential.
First one falls for him. Doris, when you look at Frank Ntilikina, the first thing that might strike you is how long his arms really are.
Right, that wingspan in the 7'1" mark. And I'll tell you what you like is that Ntilikina really knows how to use that length to his advantage on the defensive end.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And the French native has already made an impact. Ntilikina is a young guard who plays with confidence and purpose.
And stolen by Vonleh. Here's Ntilikina. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on D'Angelo Russell. Doris, you were the first female commentator to ever call a Knicks game on radio or television, and I imagine you remember that first broadcast very well.
I sure do, Kevin. It was against the Bucks. I filled in for the great Clyde Frazier, and the Knicks had just made it to the finals the year before. So it was exciting on a number of levels.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. And now that final debt, Doris, has been paid, it must feel like a huge relief for Nets fans to be done with that trade they made with Boston.
Well, you hate to say it, but trading for KG, Pierce, and Terry back in 2013 turned out to be a disaster for the Nets. Probably set the organization back a good 5 years. They must be thrilled to be out from under the weight of that mistake.
He doesn't get the second one. Nets leading by 3. Here's LeVert. Allen outside. Pass to Russell. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Russell's got 28 points for the game.
Well, it's key that you've got to maintain concentration throughout the game. And D'Angelo Russell, nice job in the catch and shoot.
And he gets it to go. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's LeVert. Outside, Russell. They get it back. Allen. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
All right, a chance to check out stats for D'Angelo Russell. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's getting around 28 points per, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
Cantor dishes to Lee. Vonleh kicks to Thomas. Shot clock at 5. Pulls up on the wing. That shot missing, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. And the dunk by Fareed.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
And here is Lee. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Cantor's shot is off.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Carroll finds Allen, and yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
One shot.
And that one falls for Allen.
Gentlemen, if ever there was a market that is aching for a competitive team, it is New York. The last time the Knicks saw the playoffs, 2013. Boy, does that feel like an eternity ago.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Hezonja, he's checked in for Lance Thomas. And it's Moutier in for Frank Ntilikina. Back to Russell. Shoots the three. Here's Fareed. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And now an 11-point Brooklyn lead. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And thinking back to the Knicks' last postseason appearance, they had some hard-nosed guys on that team.
They sure did. Guys like Tyson Chandler, Kenyon Martin, Jason Kidd. Listen, we know New York's a tough town. Their fans appreciate rooting for those gritty-type players. But in the end, at this point, whatever gets them wins will make them happy.
Hezonja kicks to Moutier. Back to Hezonja. From deep. Carroll with the rebound.
And you know, he's got the ability, but the question is that really the best shot you can get?
You know, I don't think so, Greg. The defense will give up that deep a shot all day. You got to continue to move the basketball.
And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And New York making a change here. Robinson's checked in, and the Nets also making a change. Napier's checked in. And here are the Knicks now. They trail by 11. Feeds to Vonleh. Shot clock at 5. Moutier passes to Hezonja. Will it go? And again, it's the Knicks missing. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to LeVert. There's the three. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. LeVert's got 5 points so far.
Well, you cannot allow Karis LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And the Knicks making a change here. Burks is checked in. New York, no good that time either.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And even though Spencer Dinwiddie had a breakout year, he felt that his time was long overdue.
Yeah, and in between the injury in college and kind of being buried on the bench, he's had to overcome a lot and has always believed in himself. And he feels when matched up head-to-head with most guards, he's going to come out on top.
Gentlemen,
showed exactly why he believes in himself so much with that breakout season in 2018.
The first one falls.
Well, to me, it's the size, the strength, and the IQ of Spencer Dinwiddie that's so impressive. This guy is unique at the point guard position.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Probably no surprise, Doris. Fans would rather watch shots being hit from the field over free throws. So should the league do anything to perhaps cut down on trips to the free throw line?
You know what, Kevin? I don't know that I necessarily think there need to be fewer trips to the charity stripe. I don't like the hack-up player strategy, and I think that we've taken a good first step toward correcting that particular issue. But right now, I like the way the game is played in terms of officiating. My only objection to the way the game is officiated is take away those intentional fouls that are prohibiting fast break basketball.
Burke can't get it to go.
And they've just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Greg, I think this other team is just in a zone right now. They're clicking on the offensive end, and the defense starting to look frustrated.
Fareed dishes to Napier. Here's Dinwiddie. Burke covering. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Knicks trail by 15. Here's Azania. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Hollis Jefferson finds Fareed. And Kenneth Fareed, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
Two shots.
No good on that one. Well, he was fired by the Grizzlies 19 games into last season, Doris, but Coach David Fizdale with a fresh start now with the Knicks in New York.
Well, you think about in Memphis, he tried to shift from the grit and grind to a more modern NBA style, and I think he encountered some resistance there. With the Knicks, more of a clean slate, a chance to build the culture from the ground up.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. Baker kicks to Hazanya.
That's foul call.
Once considered a huge bust, Mario Hezonja has started to come alive and find his place in the NBA.
Let's remember, this is a man who got his rookie option declined and had to make the most of some chances and showed he still has upside last season. This guy was thought to be on the verge of leaving the NBA, but is starting to come around.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. And the Nets with possession here. Now here's Napier. He's got 10. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It goes on Noah Vonleh. The Nets have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
Free throw drops for Napier. And both free throws good for Napier. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. It's a 16-point game. The floater, and it's good on the way in. Burke's got 9.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Dinwiddie passes to Davis. He kicks to Napier. Launches a 3. That's in there. Davis with the assist. He's got 15.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
New York calls timeout.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act. Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Burke kicks to Robinson. Back to Burke. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the teardrop. Baker cans it from downtown. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 6. From past the arc. Vonleh with the rebound. Vonleh's got his 5th rebound in this one.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
Here's Burke. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And you have to admire his focus. Not a good matchup for him in terms of size differential.
No, but that play is about his will, right? He won't back down from the big man. He's going to take it right to him.
Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, a bit unorthodox, Doris, in the way he attacks the hoop.
Right, he doesn't ever, Kevin, seem to go at the rim in a straightforward fashion. This guy is great at stopping and starting and zigzagging his way to the cup.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Hollis-Jefferson.
And you have to love the way Hollis-Jefferson plays on the defensive end. So active with his length and can disrupt an offense single-handedly. The team is visibly better on defense with Hollis-Jefferson on the floor.
And the Nets making a change here. Russell's checked in. No good on the second free throw. And with Hollis-Jefferson in his defense, he's not only strong, but he's versatile with whom he can guard.
Yeah, I mean, RHJ has great length, and at 6'7", he can guard almost every position on the floor. Strong on the glass, even though he's often undersized in his matchup. RHJ is anything but an average player. I really love how effective he's become on both ends.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Russell with it. And he has 28 points for the game. Outside, Davis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
72% at the line this season. He has yet to set himself apart in that department.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Davis. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Knicks trail by 15 from about 19 feet. And that one's good. Burke's got 13.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Outside, Russell. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Guys, just incredible concentration from the crafty guard. D'Angelo Russell, tough to stop. Think about this. In his first season away from the Lakers last year, D'Angelo Russell seemed to be a much more confident player. Looked like the number 2 overall pick we expected coming out in 2015.
Lance Thomas, he's checked in for New York. Free throw good, Russell. And Russell missing a lot of time before the midway point last year with a knee injury.
Well, I think he knew that he would be called upon to lead the team with his scoring and playmaking ability, and he really stepped up to the challenge. Amazing what a change of scenery can do for a guy.
Robinson finds Burke. That one falls. Burke's got 8 points here in this quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Dinwiddie passes to Russell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow, so quick on the drive. D'Angelo explodes to the cup, and he makes the defender foul him.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Russell.
And to me, the ceiling that D'Angelo Russell has is really high. This guy is dynamic. He's confident. He can score it. And he's just going to continue to want to prove himself.
Ntilikina, he's checked in for Mario Hezonja. And the Nets also making a change. Damari Carroll's checked in for Kenneth Faried. 46 seconds left in the 3rd. Now here's Burke. He's guarded by Russell. Robinson kicks to Ntilikina. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Not afraid to get roughed up a little inside. Ntilikina got to appreciate the fearless attitude.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
The first free throw is good. No good on the second free throw.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Dinwiddie. Kicks it to Carroll. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Dinwiddie. 6 points for him. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. From 13, here's Thomas. The shot, no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets out in front, up by 15. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got Thomas. Burke is out there with Ntilikina. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Baker in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Some of that is about the chemistry that Rondé Hollis-Jefferson has with his teammates, right? It's infectious when you share the basketball.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Baker, no good.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint. He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Burke kicks to Thomas. Kanter against Davis. Back to Baker. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Here's Russell. And yes, it's good. Russell's got 38 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Now Kanter. And here is Burke. The pass to Ntilikina. 5 on the clock. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Baker. No good on the triple.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Burke with it. He's picked up by Russell. Kanter, the pass to Ntilikina. He feeds it to Thomas. Hollis-Jefferson with the rebound. Hollis-Jefferson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. To the middle, here's Carroll. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Ntilikina kicks to Thomas. Pass to Ntilikina. Now Burke. High arcing shot. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Russell. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
New York calls timeout. Doors with a more punitive luxury tax, draft picks at their cost-controlled salaries, never more important than they are today.
No doubt, Kevin. I think teams are very hesitant to part with first-round picks because they have been critical. But I think you also have to consider the second-round picks as being valuable assets. Think about the Golden State Warriors. In each of the last 2 years, they have purchased for money a second-round pick from another organization. And both times, those players ended up being critical parts of the rotation. Every draft pick, first or second round, has value.
That free throw, no good.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
And the second free throw, good. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Now, here is Russell, defended by Moutier. Kicks it out to Allen. Passes to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
Man, it's not easy building a lead like this on the road, Greg, but they have been lights out throughout this game. Boy, nice team basketball being played right there. You see the open man, and you deliver the ball right away.
The feed to Dudley. Allen up top. There's the pass to Russell. Shoots over Cantor. No good off the front iron. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Trier. Lets it go with the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Hollis Jefferson. G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. Do you see that perhaps moving over as well to the NBA?
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those coaches do more, put more on the line, just adds to the intrigue of the game.
No question.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Damari Carroll's checked in for Dudley. And it's LeVert in for Allen Crabbe. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, the former Arizona Wildcat, Hollis Jefferson, right? He's a superb athlete, just oozing with potential.
Back to Moutier. The dish now to Cantor. Vonleh, the pass to Cantor. Here's Moutier. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Brooklyn ball.
Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And Kevin, things could get ugly for this team during this road stretch. They just haven't had the same focus nor execution that we've seen from them when they're at home.
Here's Russell. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Russell's got 40 points.
To me, you've got to stay attached to D'Angelo Russell, especially when he's in those in-between areas.
Up top, Cantor, defended by Allen. Here's Azania. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Here's LeVert. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Dishes it to Russell. Out to the wing. Here's LeVert. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Russell missing.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Hazonia on the wing. Carroll covering. It's stolen by Carroll. To the left side wing. Here's Russell. Passes it to LeVert. Inside. Kicks it to Carroll. drills the three-pointer. Carroll's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, there's no question DeMarre Carroll came ready to play. He's been their go-to guy all game.
Lee outside. Now here's Vonleh. Here's Azania. Here's Cantor. Back to Vonleh. No good off the back of the rim. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's LeVert. Well, the league taking steps, Doris, to reform the draft lottery, flattening out the odds, doing a variety of things just to analyze the way it works, the mechanics. Do you think the change will be enough?
Well, again, I think this goes back to the leadership at the top of the NBA, and the right man is in charge in Adam Silver. And as is typical to Adam Silver, everything happens with a very measured approach in terms of reform. You do a little bit, and then you evaluate. But I think Adam has made it clear that the change they made to the draft lottery was nothing more than a first step. Now, where do we go from here? That remains to be seen.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Karis LeVert, a player who executives knew had potential, Doris, but they were scared away on draft day.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, the 3 foot surgeries early in the career had a toll on that. But let's remember, the Nets took a chance, and he has more than shown with the ceiling he has what a good decision that was.
And he sinks the second.
To me, Karis LeVert has tons of upside. This is a 6'7" guard with an outstanding skill set.
Azania finds Lee. Sweet little floater.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Here's Musa. Napier passes to Allen. Back to Napier. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
I tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
No doubt. I mean, he's doing his best to guide his team to victory. Superb job shooting the ball in this final period.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Here's LeVert. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound.
I tell you, he fought hard for that tip in. He doesn't take anything for granted. He's going to crash the boards on every single shot.
Outside Robinson. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Back to Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Now here's Napier, defended by Moutier. Here's LeVert. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer.
Yes.
And it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. Baker, he's checked in for Azania. Ed Davis is checked in for Brooklyn. New York's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Moutier. New York, no good that time either.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Napier kicks to Fareed. Back to Napier. Lets a floater go. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Robinson. Got a piece of it. Moutier with the ball. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. The Nets making a switch here. Crab's checked in. Davis dishes to Fareed. Now here's Napier, defended by Moutier. Napier kicks to Crab. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got his 8th assist here tonight.
You've got to be able to read the defense and catch and shoot situations. Alan Crabb does just that.
Vonleh at the elbow. There's Lee with the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
But both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for D'Angelo Russell.
Boy, we got to see this guy's full range of offensive ability. He scored at every opportunity and in every way imaginable.
And here's Napier. He kicks to Crab. 55 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Count it. Good.
And on the road, silencing the crowd. What a dominant performance.
Well, they took control of this game from the outset. A commanding all-around performance and an important road win.
And New York making a change here. Cornette's checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in.
One shot.
That's good from Crab.
Well, Alan Crabb, a player who personifies that 3-and-D guy. A great career shooting percentage from deep, and he's always been a very good defender.
Moutier with the basket.
If you're a point guard in the NBA, I say it over and over, that floater has got to be a part of your arsenal. Go ahead, Emmanuel Moutier.
Now here's Napier. He's tightly guarded. There's the triple. Drills it from outside.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Up top, Moutier. Napier covering. Here's Cornette. And Allen with the block. Now Napier. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.